show you. You got that white chair, maybe?
Yeah, Michaela's getting up out of the other one right now.
Oh, okay. So this guy is a coati. This guy, they're bringing another chair. So this guy is a South American animal. He is a cousin of a raccoon. This guy, coati is an Indian word. It means nose and belt, because they will consistently sleep with their balled up, with their tail around the outside, and like their nose is stuck in their belt. So in Mexico, they call this a coati, which means the lonesome one. These are just starting to range up into Arizona and New Mexico a little bit. There they call them coatis. The word coati is nose and belt. The word coati means the lonesome one, because the males are always solitary. The females live in groups called bands. And coati is just a shortened up version of coati. This guy is an arboreal creature. Long sharp claws, long wiggly nose tells us he likes to dig into the ground, but the long claws lets him run up trees like he's running across flat ground. He can run straight up the walls of this building. He can run up a tree as fast as he can run across flat ground. He can run down a tree as fast as he can run up. The great big claws on this guy is how he digs stuff. He likes to dig into the ground looking for bugs and grubs and worms. He likes to dig the bark off of trees looking for termites or any other bugs that might be in the cambrial layer of the tree. He is an omnivore. He'll be happy to eat any lizard or amphibian he can catch. He'll eat any mammal he can get his claws on. If he's up in a tree, he likes to wipe out a bird nest or a squirrel nest or whatever else. He also likes fruits and veggies. This guy's favorite things to eat here on the farm: he loves hard-boiled eggs. He likes grapes and blueberries. He likes boneless, skinless chicken breast, boiled, not fried. And watching his waist, I suppose. And but not really, because he loves pizza as much as me. Neither one of us are fans of Little Caesars, but he can wipe out a Papa John's meat lover's pizza with a quickness. He doesn't eat his crust, though. He just eats the stuff off the top. But this guy was bottom raised in the living room until he was 8 months old. The end of his in-the-house careers, when he decided his very favorite thing to do was to empty the cabinets out. About the time he ran to the top of the wall with wedding flutes, he was pretty much done living in the house. And this guy's very favorite thing to do down here is he likes to go up into the petting farm. And he goes up in the branches and he shakes the branches like this. And the goats run around down underneath going, "It's raining food, it's raining food." And he sits in the top and goes, "Ha, you fools." And they all have a wonderful time at it. This guy's teeth are significantly bigger than what looked like could possibly be in his mouth, because he's got a gap in his top jaw, and his bottom tooth comes all the way through his top jaw and is pretty much touching his skin at the top of his nose right there. So his bottom tooth is about 1.5 inches, 1.25 inches. His top tooth is about 1 inch. That's another thing that makes this guy a looking animal, not a petting animal. This one is a pet. The two in the next thing next to him over there are a breeding pair. And we hope to again have a baby coati very soon. When we do get a baby coati, they look like... Yes, he is. He's a close relative of a raccoon. They look like... Oh, I told you guys earlier that the foxes think the dog is their pet.
Oh my gosh. That is adorable.
Yeah. The baby coatis will look like that. So they stay with their mama for about 5 weeks, and then they ride on my shoulder for about 3 or 4 months until they learn to ride on my shoulder the way this guy does. Because it is a learning curve. Those sharp claws don't feel so great when they run up the front of you, so they have to learn to either let you pick them up or jump past the bare legs onto the pants and recognize that shirts are thin. And it is a learning curve. And I probably don't get paid enough for one of these to make it worth it, but you know, we do like other people to have cool animals to show to. And this guy was out on the farm tour with all those little, on the field trip with all those little kids this morning. We just don't pet him. All right, but that is Coda, the coati. He's going to go back now.
Yeah. I bet you they eat the iguanas. Remember how many iguanas?
Go boy, go Coda.
In the parking lot and everything else.
Hey, baby boy.
That's the answer back over there.
Boy. 18 because the people that we got him from had him 12 years ago, and 12 years ago he was already 5 feet long. Woo! And it does take him at least 6 years to reach 5 feet in length. This guy is entirely friendly. The reason I pick him up with gloves is when I pick him up he wants to hang on, and those claws are wicked sharp. But you guys are welcome to pet this guy if you would like. If you pet him here, he feels all rough and bumpy. If you pet him here, he feels like sandpaper. Right here, it feels like a wallet or a purse or something such as that. And well, this guy's very favorite thing in the entire world is to be petted. He is an arboreal creature again. Those long toes and claws let him scurry straight up trees. And he hides very well in trees. His camouflage, his natural size, shape, and color that helps him to hide. The brown coppery legs blend in with the branches. The green back blends in with the leaves. But then in addition to his natural size, shape, and color that help him to hide in the camouflage manner, he also has a form of mimicry. His form of mimicry is those round circles on the sides of his face. So if something is coming toward him that he's afraid of, he will turn his face sideways like this and try to show these to be his eyeballs. Because if he actually was an animal with eyeballs that big, he would be massive. And he wants them to say, "Holy Moses, look at those eyes," and maybe run the other way. Because he's hoping that they'll think that they are about to be the dinner instead of have the dinner. All right, this next one right here is a bearded dragon. Her name is Tootsie. Tootsie is 9 years old. Tootsie is a good size, shape, and color to hide in the desert. So her natural camouflage, her size, shape, and color is suited for desert life. But then this one also has her own form of mimicry, trying to pretend to be something she's not. So this one's form of mimicry is the needles on both sides. So she wants something to say, mouthful of needles, hard pass on the dinner option. So she wants something to just not come at her because of the needles. But the reason this is mimicry, not defense, is these needles are entirely fake. There's nothing sharp about them. They don't have any ability to poke into anything. These two both have a parietal gland, like a third eye on the top of their head. You can actually see his. Hers is underneath of her skin, right where you're sticking your finger right now. That's her third eyeball that you're putting your finger in her eye. So they can see light and dark. With the third eye, they sense a shadow coming over them. So that something is coming down on them from the top. When the shadow hits, they'll get underneath of a rock or something to stay safe. The next lizard that we have here is a leopard gecko. Alright, this one is a good size, shape, and color to hide absolutely nowhere. This one normally would be highlighter yellow color with black, but this one is about to shed, so that's why she's all dull colored right now. This one is a leopard gecko. This has no natural camouflage. All she has is mimicry. So she's just strutting it out loud and proud. What do you imagine she's trying to mimic? Bright colored lizard. Many lizards that are brightly colored or amphibians are poisonous. So this one's just strutting it out loud and proud. You don't want to mess with me because I might be poisonous. But obviously I'm not about to hand you a poisonous animal. And she is not poisonous. The next lizard I'm going to show you right here, reptile actually, is a sulcata tortoise.
How fast can he go if he wants to?
If he was younger and really wanted to, those doors would not be open. Right now, as soon as he goes outside and feels sun, he kind of sits there and hangs out.
These ones are sulcata tortoises. The little ones are 1.5 months old. The big ones are a year old. So these sulcata tortoises are the exact same kind that you saw up in the petting farm. These ones, though, the little ones 1.5 months, the big ones a year. So it takes them a full year to go from the small size to the large size there. It takes them about 5 years to reach this kind of size right here. After that, they take off pretty quickly. so that it takes them a year to reach this size, 5 years to reach that size, but then they take off quick. So the biggest one you saw up there in the petting farm is around 15 years old. He weighs about 85 pounds. So if you were considering a lizard maybe for a pet or a grandchild's pet, you have to decide how much you like your children or maybe want to get even. So the iguana is a very, very easy pet. The only things they require come from the produce department at the grocery store. It is entirely vegetarian. The lip-bearded dragon over here is a very, very easy pet. It eats almost all fruit and veggies, leafy greens, and then the little balls in there are where it gets its protein from. You don't have to feed it anything live. Tortoises, super easy pets. They're slow, you can't lose them. And it takes them 5 years to get to here. And they eat pretty much leafy greens, a little bit of fruit, a little bit of vegetables. The the leopard gecko up here, if you want to get even with your kids, get your grandkids a leopard gecko. The only thing that they eat is live crickets, and your offspring could spend every day of the rest of their life driving back and forth to PetSmart or Petco or something, looking for the one day this week that they have live crickets. And then you can let them off the hook and get them Josh's frog shipped in, I suppose. What's the fun in that, right? So, so these are all not in order of preference. I would pick a tortoise, then an iguana, then a bearded dragon, then a leopard gecko would be last choice. But you've asked how quick an iguana is, Let me show you how quick an iguana is. I'll set it on your back and watch it run here. No, I'm just kidding. This one is an albino iguana. So this one is 1 year old. Willie is a minimum of 18 years old. So it has taken this one a full year to reach this size. It'll take it 6 years to reach the size of Willie over there. And this one can really skitter along when it's in the mood to. And this one is an albino. But of course, albino isn't defined as white. Albino just means lacking pigmentation. So this one will never get the green-brown colors that the other one over there has because it has low pigmentation levels. You also can tell it's albino because of the red eyes. But I say red eyes, that's not technically correct. An albino animal has no color to their eyes. Their eyes are full of a clear viscous liquid. That's what makes them appear shiny. And then the redness is their red blood cells behind their eyes that are seen through their eyes to where their blood is. But this one is a 1 year old iguana. The other one is a minimum of 18 years old. And these guys, this iguana and all those tortoises are cohabitating in the same enclosure right here. They eat the same type of food, they eat the same type of environment.
So were these hatched here?
No.
Oh.
Well, that was good stuff. These actually are available, the little ones. They're only $75.
Oh, they are adorable. Yeah. It's the easiest one I've seen so far to take care of.
It is just the one my boys to take care of.
We used to get those little dime store.
I had one of those.
Yeah, they paint silly figures on the top of them.
This one is a mammal that looks kind of like a lizard. This one is Bakugan. This guy is a Brazilian 3-banded armadillo, but this is a mammal, not a reptile. So this is a carapace, not a shell. It's got its 1, 2, 3 moving bands. They're held together by lines of skin. The front and back half of its carapace here, these little star patterns are little bony plates. They're held together by lines of skin. That's why if you look closely, you see hair sticking through all over.
Yeah.
It's because all where the skin is holding the little plates together, it's got hair sticking through. This one is one of 2 kinds of armadillos that can ball up into a complete sphere. And both of the two that can make a total spear are from Brazil. This one is a 3-banded Brazilian armadillo. The reason this guy's name is Bakugan is my son used to love those little Bakugan toys to make into a ball, and then when you roll it across and it lands on the magnet, it goes ding, and comes out into an animal. And that's what this one does. When you set it up, it just pops out like an animal. Not like an animal, it is an animal, but anyway. So this one is Baku, the 3-banded armadillo. So I think the coolest thing about him is his little ears that go when he goes in and out. And this little fella is ticklish, which is kind of funny. He opens up and lets you tickle him, and then he skitters his little feet all around him like that. And he is enjoying it because if he snapped down right now, he could really hurt my fingers quite a bit. But look at the way that guy does.
I saw one on the road a while ago that didn't skitter quick enough.
Yeah, there's one laying on 64 highway
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
the bus bar.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big one too.
Yeah.
I saw it this weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, he missed the skitter.
Yeah.
And you know why the chicken crossed the road? To prove to the armadillo that it was possible. But anyway, this guy loves to be petted like that. And then when you set him down, he just runs around like a little potato on high heels. This guy is an insectivore. He likes to eat bugs, and so he's always looking to run in a corner and try to find bugs to eat. This guy, you get shipped in for him here. Superworms, hornworms, waxworms, mealworms. He likes black soldier fly larvae, housefly pupa. Hey, I thought you were supposed to be a thing at 4.
Or I'm just not like fucking leave.
Better get in the wind.
Get dressed. Anyway, do you want me to bring this Sloth back? I'm sorry.
I'll get him. You're late for a very important date. Time to say hello, goodbye.
It takes 16 minutes to get there. I've got to.
Well,
Anybody else 45?
that sounds like you beat me to it.
Oh, I'm not getting a daughter, I'm getting an insurance bill.
Pray for him. Pray.
And my smallest nephew said to him one day, there was a car going really slow in front of us, and it was downtown, so we weren't gonna, and he's like, oh, why don't you just pass him? My mommy would. It's like, no passing zone, it's 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Mommy would.
So this guy's name is Bakugan. I am a teen in the 80s, so when I finally find a woman for him, it's going to be named Shaka Khan. I'm going to give him their little walkout. He's a cool little animal. So that is a mammal, not a reptile. All right, now we're going to up the cute factor a bit.
I think he is cute.
I mean the animal.
You guys picked the perfect weather. Sometimes in July, August, it's a little warm.
Yeah, we were supposed to be here in July, and then it got changed, so I said today, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, this guy is a very young sugar glider. Yeah, sugar gliders. They're called sugar gliders because they like to eat sweet things and they like to jump and glide. I'm told that a sugar glider from the top of a goalpost can make the 50-yard line in a single glide. But this one has been out of the pouch for about a month. He's had his eyes open for about 10 or 12 days. And just a really cute little animal. These guys are marsupials, meaning mammals with pouches, because kangaroos also be marsupials, mammals with pouches. When one of these is born, it is the size of a single grain of rice, and it goes on its own up into its mother's pouch. It latches onto the teeth, and the teeth then grows into its mouth. If it somehow got knocked off of the teeth, that would not be a survivable situation. It wouldn't be able to open its mouth big enough to get back latched onto the teeth. But it grows in because, you know, mom runs around and lives her life, even though she's got a baby inside of the pouch. What is squeaky? Oh, that's Corin Bear, isn't it? They're in the pouch for about 3 months, then they are with their mother for about another 2 months after that. So that one from birth, you know, from grain of rice size is probably about 5 months right now. So sugar gliders make good but not excellent pets. Well, it depends how big your house is, I suppose. The limiting factors on keeping a sugar glider as a pet is they are nocturnal, they run on a wheel at night, they can be loud and obnoxious, and they bark like a little tiny dog. And the good things about them is they will bond to an individual person. They'll run around on your shoulder or in your hoodie hood or in your hoodie pouch or wherever you care to carry them. When you first get one, you keep it in a bonding pouch for about 30 days until it learns your sound, your smell, learns you. Then it'll be bonded to you as an individual. If you keep one of these as a pet, you do have to clean the cage every single day. But by that I mean we have a little tiny shop vac that sits next to the cage in 30 seconds. Vacuum it all out every morning, and then you're good. But if you waited 2 weeks to vacuum out your cage, it's going to look like a bomb went off because they have a little confetti party with their food every night of their life. But we're going to get this guy back to his mama now. He is just super cute. Yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of gliders.
I've seen it in pictures. Yeah.
It's a lot different volume than a field trip.
I said you guys were, when we came back from lunch, he's like, oh, the school bus is gone. I said, they're probably all just like laying out like.
It's good to have differences, but
Oh, yeah.
sometimes it's nice to hear yourself think.
But you had a lot of them.
Yeah. Last week we had a big old group, almost 200.
Wow.
These
That kept
kids
everybody
looked a
entertained.
little older too. It wasn't, they didn't look elementary.
Which both ages are kind of fun because
Yeah.
it's so easy to get little
But a
kids
different-
excited about
Oh, yeah.
pretty much anything.
Yeah.
This is a hedgehog.
There you go.
So the hedgehog, like the armadillo, will ball up to protect itself. The armadillo will ball up and say, "I don't believe you can get me." He's pretty accurate on that because I'm told that a armadillo's carapace would stop at 22 short. This one, well, will ball up and say, "Go ahead and try it." When she balls up, her little quills all stick out into her skin, and she can be quite sharp. But then if you're trying to take a picture with this one, you can just put your hand behind her two front feet like this, and be like, "Oh, we're so cute together." Like that. And this little girl's name is Penelope, and she is a 4-year-old hedgehog. Hedgehogs, again, make good pets, but they are sloppy little creatures, and they're illegal in Georgia too. Did that one just take a leak?
Yeah, that's all
Oh,
right.
excellent. You get the full farm experience, no extra charge. The, Donna was saying, oh, and it's about to overflow too.
There's a hand sanitizer here.
The bathroom's right here.
No, I can use the hand sanitizer here. He's got a, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Listen, I've been a nurse for 40 years. That's nothing.
Oh yeah. Your hands are almost cleaner now.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I worked in peds and NICU for a long time.
Yep.
So, nothing. It's me much.
One of my daughters is a pediatric oncology nurse.
Oh, God bless her. Yeah.
I was an EMT for a while and I did my clinicals down at Grady in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
So that was, you got to see whatever you wanted
Yeah,
to see.
yeah,
Standing order for anything.
yeah,
If you get hit by one of those pew-pews in Atlanta, go to Grady.
yeah.
If you have a heart attack, don't go to Grady.
Huh. Yeah, good, huh?
Well, they'll be like, well, it's not a GS. We don't know what to do.
Yeah. I went from NICU and PICU to community health as a nurse practitioner, like uninsured, homeless,
Yep.
for 12 years, and then I went to mental health and drug addiction.
Oh, there you go.
For 14 years, and now I'm done. I just decided I'm done.
That'll keep you busy.
Yeah, it's quite an experience. Makes you feel really lucky.
It
I
does.
worked as a mental health patient for a while.
Now, let me tell you.
I had PTSD.
We've debated using the sloths as therapy sloths. My girlfriend's at LCSW. Like, she's already been working with my lab. We have to get them certified, you know. But it's funny when you look at all the certifications, or when they get like dolphin, horse, and dog. When like we have conversations with people, they're like, "You want to do what?" And I was like, "It's fine."
Yeah, yeah.
All right, these two extremely cute little animals, these are micro squirrels. These two are both 3 years old. That is as big as they are going to get. And when you hold one, it feels like it's vibrating because its heart rate is always over 200 beats per minute. The micro squirrels make excellent pets. They live in a little 10-gallon aquarium. You clean it like 4 times a year. Summer, winter, spring, fall once. They live to be about 8 or 10 years old, and they will bond to an individual person. So same as a sugar glider, you know, spend a month with it using a bonding pouch daily, and it will be bonded to you, and then you can just let it ride in your shirt pocket like this, or maybe your hoodie pouch or your hoodie hood, and it'll hang out with you all day. Interesting thing about squirrels, not just micro squirrels, but squirrels in general. When they say that a cat won't perish from falling, that is a myth. If you drop a cat from high enough, it will splat. Everything in the world has a terminal velocity. That's as fast as something can fall due to nature. I can tell you from flying jets for the Navy that the terminal velocity of a human is about 175. If I come out of my airplane and my chute doesn't open, I will achieve that speed in my brief lifespan. However, the terminal velocity of a squirrel is only around 20. There was some fool over in Europe that was a physics student and a guy skydiver, and he put that theory to the test. He had calculated the terminal velocity of a squirrel was 23. And so he set his parachute up to fall at about 23 miles an hour and jumped out of an airplane holding a squirrel, just a plain old squirrel. And at 7,000 feet, he turned the squirrel loose in time to see how long it took it to reach the ground. And that squirrel's measured speed from the 7,000 feet to the earth was 18 miles an hour. And the squirrel pranced off and was fine. So you could fall off of your bicycle and hit the ground going significantly faster than a squirrel that has fallen from an aircraft. And so that is what makes squirrels so doggone brave in the trees, is if they fall, so what? It takes them about 30 feet to reach their terminal velocity. After that, it doesn't particularly matter that they fell from 100 or 1,000. They're only going to go as fast as they go. So, yeah, and these guys have litters of like 4, 5, 6 at a time, and they have tiny little pinkies like that.
How old did you say these are?
Those ones are 3 years.
3 years old.
I went to clean the cages yesterday, in the middle cage has pinkies again. Babies, yeah. No fur babies.
How'd you get from nuke to pilot? That's a jump.
I hated being a nuke passionately, couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I so much didn't like being a nuke that I didn't re-enlist before I got the orders to enlisted commissioning program. And I can kick myself in the hind end 120,000 times for that now, because the re-enlistment bonus for nukes was 120,000 upfront tax-free. If you got the officer program, you just keep the money. But I felt like it was a lifetime decision, not 4 years, because that would have put me to 14, and it's not like you're going to get out of 14. And I really couldn't face another 10 years down in the hole. And yeah, NYCO had signed my package no rank for the 8th out of 8 and wrote a cover letter about why I'd be the worst officer in the history of the U.S. military. And that was only because he made my entire division stay over the 4th of July weekend, 4-day weekend, to inventory the nuclear support facility because he was mad at our division officer. So I took his car and I jacked it up into the air on a forklift and set it out across the seawall. And a lot of people would have had the good sense to leave it at that, but I came in on Tuesday and handed the keys in to him.
Yeah.
Said I forgot to hand these in on Thursday. And that was not popular. But it sure was funny. You should have seen the look on his face. And so anyway, I didn't really think that my odds of getting picked up for the officer program were particularly good. But it turned out nobody else liked that jerk either. It probably was the nicest thing he could have written about me. Was what a horrible individual I was. And I don't know, maybe somebody check the facts on it. I really don't know. But yeah, so then I got to go fly airplanes for the Navy. I was backseat, blind kids in the back, but everybody gets to fly. And the year of flight school probably was the most fun of my life. I just every day couldn't believe I got paid to go to work. back then I thought I was Tom Cruise because I was driving a high-powered motorcycle in a Corvette and lived on the beach and,
I was picked up with a NESET program, and I ended up turning it down.
really?
Yeah,
What's NESET?
4-year full ride, any US
Yeah.
college you wanted to go to, and,
Same thing,
yeah, and you get a make rank all during your time.
yeah.
And I had thought, the unfortunate thing was, I thought I had to maintain like a 3.6. And,
Yeah.
I mean, grade to grade, you had to come out with a 3.6.
Yeah,
So I figured I'd be in there like 3 years and flunk out, and own 100 years more of enlisted service.
right. I had planned to go to Arizona State and do my bachelor's and master's concurrently, and my best friend took that plan and ran with it, and we were gonna get paid as chiefs the whole time, because we both were selected E7 when we left to go to enlisted commissioning program. But for nukes, you either make it in the 8 to 10 year window, or you're not gonna make it till 16. And bad luck, my best friend was #1 alternate on the list. And so I felt like I was robbing him of, 6 years of being a chief if I took it. So I turned down the advancement to chief. You got paid as an E6 for the next 3 years instead of an E7, which was pretty significant, but long range, it didn't affect my career path. It was a dramatic effect to his career path.
Right.
And, can't have friends, what have you got, right?
So you got out, what, lieutenant commander?
No, I got out as a lieutenant. I went into it saying, if I tried to learn to be politically correct or maybe even some kind of a kiss up, I could retire as an 04. Or if I did anything short of lay a steamer on the CO's desk every morning, I'm gonna retire as an 04. So I wasn't really, I was in it for the guys behind me, not so much for a career path. And I wasn't overly concerned with a whole lot of things. And but I would have made it 04, but I had cancer and they gave me the boot. Because when you can't feel your feet, it's pretty tricky to work the rudder pedals.
Yeah, they got it around with that, yeah.
And
Yeah, I remember that song, The Streak. Norfolk, largest military Navy base in the world. We were at the officers, behind the officers, having a cookout. And it was such a, so we were all lit up and tangled. And the song came on, and then there was me and another guy, we were the lowest guys in the squadron, and we go, "We dare you to run around." Well, we did it, and not only did it once, but on our first trip around, we realized that the Officers Wives Association were having their meeting. So we stopped at the windows and gave them a little shake. So we did it a second time. And as we were running back to our group, we saw the shore patrol trucks coming. And we're like, we gotta get there like right now. We get back to our group, and our friends were so nice and so kind, they took all of our clothes and threw them up in the trees. There we were with a smile and our boondockers, and the shore patrol rolled in.
I did have all the bread I could eat and all the water I could drink on a few occasions.
We didn't get that, but I tell you what, I didn't make E5.
No, but you got to put duck crossings on.
I did get
something
that.
Like your service, didn't you?
Yeah, for something else.
Duck crossing, yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna go out and see the big animals now. I haven't seen the smallest animals on the farm. We're gonna go see the biggest animals on the farm.